It's time. Let's talk. And my question is, do you have wings? Do you know that possibly you do and you know how to use them? Or that you do and you haven't figured it out yet? And who teaches us about these wings? Well, today we're going to be talking about that. We're going to be honoring mothers. It's Mother's Day around the world. And many of you have had them, right? Good, bad, or indifferent. Or those that have stood up and taken that role in your lives. I want you to think about them right now. And if you're a mother right this minute, I want you to be thinking about yourself. Have your pen and paper ready and 2 boxes of tissues because you're going to need them. It's time. Let's talk. And let's see here. There we go. We have our panel with us today. And we are going to go around the room because this is a full show. We are honoring our mothers and we're honoring all of you out there. And as you're with us today, we want you to be commenting. We want you to be honoring your mothers. We want to hear, shout out to them. Let them know then that they are on Evergreen TV. If they're around, and say hello to them if they currently have wings too. So we're going to go around the room. I'm going to start with Barbara Beckley. Who are you and where are you today?
Well, thank you so much. I am Barbara J. Beckley, and I am coming from Kenosha, Wisconsin.
Wonderful. Gloria.
Hello, everyone. I am Gloria Grace Rand, and I am coming to you from Melbourne, Florida.
Wonderful. Angel.
Greetings, everybody. I'm Angel Marie Louise Monticelli, coming from sunny Phoenix, Arizona.
And Glenda.
Hello, good morning, good afternoon, or good evening. My name is Glenda Kroll, and I'm coming to you from Toronto, Canada.
We have an international crowd, and we want to know, where are you today and who are you? We see some of our community showing up, and we want to wish all of you out there a happy Mother's Day. And we're going to start right now. Let's hear from Glenda.
Today we celebrate mothers, not just for what they do, but for who they shaped us to become. When I think about my mother, I don't think about perfection. I think about strength. I think about love and everything that she quietly gave. My mother didn't give me a perfect life. She gave me something far more powerful. She gave me wings, not the kind that kept me close, but the kind that taught me how to rise, how to be strong even when life tried to pull me down and even when it knocked me down. She showed me strength, not through words, but through how she lived, through the way that she kept going, even when it was hard. And now, as a mother, a grandmother, and someone who has become a mother to my brothers with special needs, I understand, because giving wings means letting go. It means allowing those we love to fall and trusting that they'll rise again. That's the legacy, not what we give, but what we build within them. Confidence, courage, resilience, because love, real true love, doesn't hold on, doesn't hold you down, it lifts you up.
Glenda, let's talk. I have been touched by your story since we met, and you have taken on the role as the younger sister for your brothers. Yet you did give your mother a lot of love in that video, that short clip. And I haven't heard a lot about her before. I'd like to know a little bit more about your mother and what it is that right now you'd like to share with everyone right now, some kind of a takeaway that they would write down. What is it that you'd like to share?
So, I didn't really understand my mother to the true amount until after she was gone. I watched the years of the struggle. When you have 4 kids and 2 of your children have disabilities, life itself is a struggle, day in, day out. And although I grew up being the youngest in the family, and I was part of that struggle, and I was sort of pushed a lot to the side because I didn't have the same needs, but always knew that I was loved beyond. And so it was though when my mother had passed, and the struggle was, well, she passed having dementia, and I went through the entire struggle of making sure we got medical care and ran around and making sure that she was in a home close by me so that I could pop in on a daily basis just to make sure she was properly being taken care of. After being gone, and then I started to take over her role, and I became the mother to my brothers, which I am still to today, over 35 years of looking after my brothers. And that's more of, people think, well, my brothers live in a group home, so you shouldn't have anything. And that's so not true. It's a daily episode of what's going well, but mostly of what isn't going well, and doctor's appointments. And when I see, think back of all the things that I struggled with my mother, I have so much more respect, so much more understanding of what that woman went through, and raising 4 kids who all became totally and we were all connected. And I think that's the greatest thing for me, having my own 2 kids and now my grandbaby. It's all about having our connection with our family, and my family has always remained. And that's why I do what I do for my brothers, because I never want my brothers to feel alone.
I love it.
Love is being there no matter what.
Absolutely. I 100% agree. Let's see, Gloria, what would you like to add to that?
Oh, I just thought that last one was like a mic drop moment. Oh my gosh. Yeah, we have such complicated relationships sometimes with our moms, don't we? Mothers and daughters. But the fact that they are there for us, they gave us life, and we can be so grateful just for that. I mean, number one, just for that they gave us a chance to be here and to hopefully learn and grow. And I'm so grateful for my mom. I learned a lot of lessons from her, sometimes of things not to do, and then many things of what to do. And I'm very thankful for her. So yeah, your mom sounds amazing, Glenda. So thank you for sharing your story.
And we have so many of you that are commenting right now, and we want to continue with your comments. And Healing Through Connections, absolutely, Caroline Brown, and we want to shout out to her. She is our production coordinator, and she keeps us on track. Thank you for all you do, and happy Mother's Day to you, Caroline. We're going to continue right now because we got to hear from Barbara, and we're going to hear about Sergeant Sally Mae.
I truly, truly love this topic for Mother's Day that Tamara's picked. How did I gain my wings from my mother? Well, I didn't think Sergeant Sally Mae Beckley I would ever say that she gave me something that could take me on and give me legacy and give me my wings, because we had a different type of relationship that wasn't really, it was really hitting against each other. I want to say that. And to the point where I didn't even feel like I was loved a little bit from her, because she was just so on me about, okay, you're not doing this right. You didn't finish this. And I would get degrees. I would go to school. I did my work. All that, and it still wasn't enough. And 2 weeks before she passed, and I took her out to breakfast, because this was around Mother's Day. This is interesting. And I said, Ma, why you been always on me? It seemed like I was trying to prove myself to you and tell you and just do everything I can do for you. And she would say, because I didn't want you to go through the things that I went through back in the day in my age. She didn't finish she graduated from grammar school, but she owned a business for over 40 years in the entertainment business. And I think back at that and I say to myself, wow, all this time I feel like we've been hitting heads. But when she told me that, that reminded me, perseverance, standing for yourself, loving on you, understand that you're important. She put all those factors in me, and she let me gain my wings from that point on. So Sergeant Sally Mae Beckley, thank you so much, Mom, for giving me my wings to fly.
And here we have a picture. Look at in that corner. I have a feeling that little girl is you, right?
Yeah, a lot of hair too. Yeah, I love looking at them pictures.
I just had so much fun looking at them, and so let's talk about, you really painted the picture, a realistic picture. And we have talked about this in the past about, how sometimes our mothers in certain areas were a lot alike. In different areas, they weren't, but they had a lot of expectations. Your mom had a lot of expectations, didn't she?
Oh yeah, a whole lot. To make this short and to the point, because I know a lot was in the video, but one thing I wanted to share is that I'm so glad that God gave me the time the last 2 weeks before she passed, because it was all around Mother's Day, because she passed May 26th. So this month was kind of hard for me a few years ago, but it's getting better, and that's why I'm glad I'm on this show. Always hear the story of a person, because if I didn't have that time before she passed to hear everything. I mean, she basically opened her whole heart to me, which she never did that, because she was always that sergeant in my life. And when she opened her heart to me, and then she had one little tear coming out of her eye after that, saying that that's why I did what I did for you. That was my love to you. That was my gift to you. And I just, it's like mic drop. I was like,
oh yeah.
I'm gonna say.
We got to do it right now. We really do. That was a chance to just wipe your tears. We work together here, guys.
but yeah, I mean, like you said, I just wanted to, again, to emphasize how important it is to listen to a person, because there's always a reason why. There's how they react, how they do things in life and stuff. And if you really, I always tell people, dig deep, then you'll find out the why, and then you really appreciate and understand. Even if it's still like, golly, I still went through a lot, but now I understand that they love me in spite of me thinking that they would just kind of just F me all the time. I call her Sergeant Barbara, Sally Mae Beckley, because she was a sergeant in my life. I was in boot camp forever. But it was what a boot camp that taught me how to be my own person, be an entrepreneur, know how to work in corporate, all of that stuff. I know it came from her because she was rough, but it really earned a lot for me.
I love it. And in fact, what I'm going to do right now is, and I'm going to bring up one more picture of her right here. We've got the 3 different pictures, and we've got this one here, and it looks like she's swinging. That you guys went and were swinging. Were you like at a park or something like this?
I'll make it real quick, Tamara. That's my first time. I think I was 8 years old, and we went to Six Flags, Great America. Me, her, and my dad, and we stayed there for a week. And that seemed like I love that picture because she looked so at peace, because she seemed like she was just always working and thinking and everything else. She was that visionary, right? And when I seen her there and I took that picture, because I took the picture,
wow.
She just looked like she was just so free. So I always like that picture, because it seemed like finally she just had just that moment in time to say, oh, I just feel relief for a minute. I can just breathe for a second. Yeah.
I love it. Angel, what would you like to add to that? Because, we're going to be sharing your video here soon, but this, we're going to go into the song here soon. And that this episode, actually, guys, was inspired by Angel listening to the song that's going to be played here soon, and because of your experience with your mom, and you had quite the best friend kind of thing going on and stuff, and you're going to be talking about that in your video. But what would you like to add right now, because your mom also encouraged you in so many ways to become the very best that you are, right?
And you really did. Thank you, Tamara. And Barbara, thanks for sharing that, because even Glenda, and I'm sure we're waiting on the beautiful Gloria. But the biggest thing that I heard from you too is she challenged you, but she helped you to step into that love that you have. And you have such, when we come on your show, when you do anything with us, you advocate and you just celebrate us so much, Barbara. And now I see that that is a powerful thing you learned from your mama.
Yeah.
Thank you.
Well
And
said.
you really have embraced that energy of that in your own way, but we see that all around you. So thank you to your mama on the other side.
Did she call people queen like you do? Yeah, I had to ask.
Queen. Yes, you're all queens.
I know, but did your mom call people queens too?
No, she just thought she was the queen. I mean,
Oh.
there was no other queens. It was just her. I had to flip it.
I love it. Well, with that, right now we are going to be this episode is entitled "You Gave Me Wings," and this is a song that is personal to me because it is a song that I actually wrote last year for my mother, and for her birthday actually, and it was slated to go on premiere then, and it got bumped because Kim graduated from college and we wanted to, way to go Kim, and so we are premiering it today. And the whole thing here is that I had a mom kind of like Sally Mae in some way, Sergeant Sally Mae, where she expected us, she, you know, type A plus kind of personality house, yet she also was very supportive. So when you listen to the lyrics, I want you to hear it, because in truth, what she did was that she encouraged all of us, because I was not her only child. She took on many of the children in the neighborhood, in the school, in the different organizations I was in, and she mentored many of them. So with that, you gave me wings. Some are still with us, some live in our memories, and some we take with us every single day in our hearts. My mom gave me many things in this life: courage, strength, resilience, and love. Most of all, she gave me wings. And I've come to realize that's what mothers do. This song is for my mom, my way of saying thank you, and for every mom whose love continues to live on through us. Mom, you gave me wings.
Held my hand through the storms and the days, taught me to dance when the skies turn gray. Your voice was a lighthouse leading me to soar. Even now I hear it in my heart more. You said, dream big, girl, reach for the sky. Now I'm standing here, tears in my eyes. For you, Mom, everything I do. You gave me roots, you gave me wings. This light I hold, it's yours to share. Your love, your faith, whispering softly, keep chasing the light. Your laughter's the melody, touching my skin. The reason I rise, the reason I win. You said, shine bright, girl, show them your heart. Even now you guide me, though we're worlds apart. For you, Mom, everything I do, you gave me roots, you gave me roots, you gave me wings. There's light I hold, it's yours to share. Your love, your faith, they brought me here. They brought me
Mom, I love you, and thank you. You gave me wings. So how many of you, I mean, so what I'd love to hear from each of you, or, you know, I'm going to go to you, Gloria, right now. You know, I saw you tearing up. What were you thinking when you were listening to me?
Just missing my mom, and just thinking about even just how proud she would be of her grandchildren, that she, you know, she saw them when they were little. She didn't get to see them graduate from college. She didn't get to know that my daughter learned Hungarian and is now living in Europe because that's our ancestry. And so I grew up hearing my mom speak to my grandmother in Hungarian, and how proud, I know how proud she is, but it just, yeah. Making, what's the expression, kerflumped or something like that? I'm not sure. Whatever it is.
Barbara, I'm bringing you up next. What were you thinking?
Well, first, I was just it was just awesome to see how the queen of a queen was created through your mother to you. And I just look at that for all of us. And that's what was making me tear up. I was thinking about your mother, I was thinking about everybody's mother on here, and how, you know, they just instill so much in us, and just giving this, you know, this just love right here to do that. So that's what I was just thinking about, is how awesome, you know, the mothers in our lives and everybody else's life has really put so much in us. And just seeing you just coming, just looking at that whole thing, you know, and because I don't know how Tamara's gonna come back up here and keep going with this show.
Well, thank you. You know, yeah, it was really interesting, because that was the childhood home, and it was really interesting because the backstory on that, I'll let you guys know real quickly, is that when I was running for the Impactor, we had to do the hometown video, and some of you guys remember those days, and I didn't want to do it. So I almost dropped out, because I was like, I don't want to go back. I just am not ready to go back. And I had a dear friend, Kevin Beverly, go with me as my videographer, and we went back, and he's like, we're driving. And that's when I was, okay, it's over that way, you know, and he's like, okay, we're going to do this. And so then I'm like falling on my way there and everything. And then I'm like, and telling him different stories, and looking at that childhood home, and there's my room, that kind of stuff, and how therapeutic it ended up being. And that's what I want to share with everybody here, is that here I had been hiding from it because of some of the stuff, right? And I was kind of made to go do it, face it. And now I can look back on it in such a healed way. And, you know, Angel, isn't that what it really is all about with that energy and everything that you are teaching all the time?
It is. It's about understanding the energy, the vibration that you feel, and not run from it, yet having someone there. That's the big one too. And being able to turn off the screens, the noise, the not always calling people, not always pushing, and being able to stop and say, wait, I'm going to receive this emotion that maybe is emotional, but yet to connect to it and step into that. So very powerful, inspirational.
Thank you. And I had said that I mean, you've been on the planner since the beginning of the year because you had seen that when I posted it on social media. I think it was in December.
Yeah.
And you contacted me. You actually called me.
Yeah. Well, I call you.
I know you always do. But you called me in regards to it.
Yeah, because I was crying. It was very emotional. And what had happened was I knew, because that's what we do, these ladies here, that's what we do, is we share those emotions to help you viewers, you listeners, to be able to step in and go, it's okay. And that we're here to help you to get through that.
Yeah. And happy Mother's Day to you too, Dr. Randy, and to everybody that's showing up. We're just loving all of the comments. And please post if you want to say anything to your mothers that are here that have gained wings. I mean, we're using wings in a lot of different ways today, and you know, which I'm thrilled about, because many of you know that the Impact of Music Productions, actually, if you ever look at the logo, it has wings on it, and that is ode to my mother. Is really and so I wrote about that today on a post. What would you like to share, Glenda?
You know, I step back and I look at myself as when I was a child, and I was the child that was always challenging everybody. That was me. I was the challenger, right? And I think through the years of how much I challenged my mother, and how, even though I challenged her, I angered her, I made her cry, all the other things, but she never left. She always loved me no matter what. She realized that I was just the little instigator, and it was a beautiful thing, because just out of life of looking your child trying to grow themselves. So mothers are the hardest. They take the hardest jobs and the hardest knocks, and yet there's nothing left in us but our heart to continue loving our children no matter what.
Well said. In fact, you get this. And on that, are you guys aware? We're going to take a little bit of, we do this here. We like to change the energy up a bit. Are you aware that this show is on demand? Well, guess what? It is. Did you know that you can watch the Let's Talk Fabulous show anytime you want?
Come here. Listen. We are on demand.
That means inspiration, original music, connection, and powerful conversations whenever you need it most. We are on demand. We are proud to be a part of the E360 TV network. You can find us on the internet or on the app through your favorite app store. We stream on Roku, Amazon Fire, Apple TV, and many of the others.
We are on demand.
Find us in the pop culture and entertainment area or on the Fresh Takes channel.
We're on demand.
Of course, you can always join us live every Sunday at noon Pacific, 3 o'clock in the afternoon Eastern, where we connect with you in real time. It's time. Let's talk. So go to the App Store, look for E360 TV, and you will recognize also Angel Marie is on there, and you'll even see Barbara Beckley's face over there too. And yes, you might recognize Gloria Grace Rand. She is one of the Fab Five, and Barbara. And so go check out the different channels and programming, because we're proud of our network. Truly, we are. Oh, Purple Hearts. It's time. And today, for those of you that know the show, know that we every Sunday celebrate our Purple Pin Hearts Club. And today we will too. And we are extending our love to all of the mothers, to the Purple Pin, and to all of you that are a part of the club, because you know, love is eternal. And for those that have gained their wings in the one way, and for all of us that are down here flying high because of them, we're going to share the love right now. Purple Pin Hearts Club, here we come. And of course, those that know the Purple Pin, we remember her every single week. She was a lot of fun, and we continue with the fun. Okay, so with that, Gloria, your video was very interesting. And guys, I have been so excited to share it. So here it is.
When it came time for me to go to college, I commuted. I did not go away and live in a dorm. I stayed at home and commuted to school. And one of the reasons why I chose to do that, especially even after I wound up changing my major about halfway through, was because my older brother had passed away on Mother's Day of all days. And since my parents were separated, I didn't feel like I could leave my mom alone. So I stayed there with her and for all 4 years of college. Well, as my date of graduation finally was on the horizon, I was finishing up my last semester, my mom and I went to the movies one night. And as we're sitting in the theater waiting for the film to start, all of a sudden she turns to me and she says, "Glor, I'm divorcing you." And I'm like, "What?" "What do you mean you're divorcing me?" And she said, "It's time for you to fly." Okay, she didn't use those words, but it was her way of giving me wings and saying, "It's time for you to leave the nest. I'll be okay, but you need to go and move." She knew I wanted to move to Florida. And so that's what I did. I left Michigan and went and lived in Florida. And I'm very, 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 very grateful for that wonderful gift.
In a minute and a half, you took us on an amazing roller coaster ride. Everything from your brother passing away on Mother's Day. And, and you told me the story. Okay, so yes, we have some of our show hosts on today. Why? Because I know their stories and I wanted them to be told for all of you, and also for them to be able to have their legacy of love encapsulated in these videos, because you know what? We can be saving our memories through voice, film, and so many more things. And so we want to encourage that through our legacy of love and everything. So when you told me the story about your mother divorcing you, but then backed it up and said it was on Mother's Day and she was not very happy with my brother, and then they found out what happened. Tell us a little more.
Yeah, so I can still picture myself at the kitchen table, having dinner. It's a Sunday night, and and my mom kind of like, starting to fume a little bit, going, "How come I haven't heard from Rick all day? Come on." I mean, and it's not like he used to be in the Navy, but now he was home. He was living, about a half an hour from us, so there was no excuse. And so, yeah, it was not a happy time when she got on the phone and he had roommates and found out that, no, I haven't seen him all day. And then, checked on him. And so we had to make a beeline beeline down there. And so yeah, so it was a tough going for my mom, and I didn't
Oh my
want
God.
to, yeah, I didn't want to leave her after that. You know, she was um, you know, even though we might have had our moments too, you know, over the years, but overall, you know, and by that point, we were really more like best friends, and so I was very happy to be able to stay with her.
So then at the movies, she divorces you.
Yeah, yeah. So that was it cracked me up. It still cracks me up. But yeah, because she knew how much my grandmother lived in Florida. So we'd been going down every year for vacation. And so she knew I wanted to go there. And she followed a year later. So she gave me a year on my own, which was
Oh,
very.
there you go. And the uniform was because she was what?
She was a juvenile court officer. And so she worked in Detroit, Michigan. And so she would escort, you know, tall juveniles from the lockup to the courtroom. And she was like, she said she was 5'2". Yeah, she was closer. When I got to be 5'2" and towered over her, it was like, no, not quite, Mom. Sorry.
So and we wanted to really talk about the fact that on holidays, sometimes it's that bittersweet, and yet we can be healing from it, right?
Oh yeah, absolutely. Yeah, yeah, because it does. You know, we all, I'm sure, have experienced, you know, what, Christmas or Thanksgiving or whatever, and then it's the first holidays that come up after, you know, you lose someone are always, you know, sort of challenging and fresh. And so, yeah, but it's also an opportunity, I think, for us to then really do remember those, you know, start thinking back to the good memories that you had with that person on those days, so that you can, you know, offset some of the tears and just know that, you know, the tears are normal and it's okay to feel them, and it won't always be so raw. You can get to a point where you can laugh about it.
I love it. We're going to go straight to the next video right now because I think it's ever so appropriate. So let's hear from Angel.
Mama always told me, baby, you are special. And the truth of it is, she made everyone feel that way. She had this smile, the kind that would just light up the room. People felt lifted up around her. Her legacy about inspiration and hope. And I'm so proud to carry that forward. She loved celebrating every holiday, but Easter was her favorite. She loved the hats. She wore them with so much joy. You can't help but feel it, that she was smiling through the whole thing. You know, to me, she wasn't just my best friend, my biggest cheerleader. She also, no matter what wild idea I had, she believed in me even before I did. And you can see it in her eyes. She adored me. And it was so mutual right back at her. And you know, when I was called to serve through Lightworkers Gift, she saw the heart within me and the light within all of us to serve others with that energy and kindness. You know, she never got to see the speaker, the trainer, the event energy connector that I am today. Yet she helped me to give my first speech in 8th grade, both of us dyslexic. We figured it out. We wrote it out. And that was the beginning, Mama. You told me I was special. And because of you, I believed it. And I believed in me and had that confidence. You gave me my voice. You gave me my strength. And you gave me wings. And I have always carried you with me in every room, in every book, every presentation, and every life I've touched. I love you, my mama.
Oh my goodness. I keep every single time I mean, and I edited that, and every single time I see it, I start tearing up again. Just and you and your mother, you know, I'm giving you a little time here. You and your mother, I always would, you know, knew when you were going over to California to go visit with her and go do the different things. And Easter was always a big thing also. Blessings to you, Skip, and to your mom, and to all your daughters too, and Janice. So we would talk about this, and you'd be going, and sometimes Shine would go, sometimes Shine didn't go, and it was always Mama, and that was the thing too that I always was so wow. You had this amazing relationship with your mama. What would you like to share right now?
Thank you, first of all. And, to all the viewers, to recognize that there's a lot of things that's special about your mom, that's special about you. And there's also things that you've gone through. And to be able to step into a friendship as you age with your mama, and I always called her mama to the day she died. And the important part is to step into how they felt about you and feel that energy. And you could see it in her eyes when she would look at me. She adored me as I adored her. And, as a mama, you never want to say to any of the kids, you're my favorite. But before she did leave and went to the wings, when I was in the hospital with her, I said, Mama, I know I'm your favorite. I'm laying in bed with her because I'm not even 5'2". Mom was not even 5 foot at the end. So we could fit together and hold each other. Mm-hmm. And I said, I know I'm your favorite, Mama. And she looked at me and she said, yes, you are my favorite. I was like, oh my gosh. It was, she had clarity, and I videoed it. I don't know where it is. I tried to find it, but I think that is the biggest point, is that when you have a friendship with any of your family, hold on to that. And things will happen through the family, but always come back to that, how Mama felt and made me, and I knew that I was special, without a doubt.
Yeah. And thank you for sharing that. And I applaud you for coming on today and being with us and letting us envelop you with love, and the fact that you're sharing it with so many. Right now, we are going to go to a favorite song of everyone here at the show.
Yeah.
It is about the legacy of love. And Steampunk Poe wrote it, and listen to the words because they are truly eternal.
In the quiet moments, when the sun begins to rise, we find the strength within us. In the stories of our lives, not in gold or glory, but in hearts we've touched with grace, in the love we share with others, in each kind and gentle face. Your legacy is the love you leave behind, in the hands you've held and the souls you've helped to find. It's the laughter in the children, the wisdom in the old. It's the light you sparked in others, in the stories that are told. Through the trials and the triumphs, in the battles that we fight, it's the courage and the kindness that will always shine so bright. In the lessons that we teach and the dreams that we inspire, in the way we lift each other higher and higher. Your legacy is the love you leave behind, in the hands you've held and the souls you've helped to find. It's the laughter in the children, the wisdom in the old. It's the light you sparked in others, in the stories that are told. In the final song you sung, and the curtains drawing near, It's the moments filled with love that will echo year to year, in the footprints on the path that guide the lost and blind. Your legacy will live on in the hearts you've left behind. Your legacy is the love you leave behind, in the hands you've held, in the souls you've helped to find. It's the laughter in the children, the wisdom in the old. It's the light you've sparked in others, in the stories that are told. So let's live with open hearts and give with all our might, for the legacy we leave is a beacon in the night, in the echoes of our actions, in the whispers of the wind. Our legacy of love is where it all begins. Our legacy of love is where it all begins.
Your legacy will live on in the hearts you've left behind.
Barbara, you were like going like this as you know, your legacy of love is where it all begins and everything. You're going like this. So what was going through your mind?
Oh, Tamara, you know that's like my heart. Everything we're talking about right now, that song just hit it. It kind of just brought it all together. Our mothers left us something so we can leave it, so we can continue that on. That's it right there. That's why they did it, and that's why their mothers did it, and so on. Because we need, and the biggest thing is LOVE. We got to lead the love. We talk about love in every area right now. That's the legacy we got to keep doing. We need it so bad. I've been begging people to please leave that legacy of love because it's very much needed. It's been instilled in us. And I just got to do a quick shout out to a Queen Angel. Lady, your mother loved you so much. You were the apple of her eye. You can just see it. And that's why you're the apple of other people's eyes. So thank you.
Absolutely.
Thank you, honey. Thank you.
In fact, you know, let's bring you up.
That just really hit because I loved how it said the fun in the kids, you know, the kids. Yeah. Because when I hear kids, people go, oh, in restaurants, and I'm like, no, I love it because that's that energy of not caring, of being the inspiration, but then the wisdom of the elders, because I feel I've moved into that elder place, and it is the wisdom, right? And it is the legacy. What are you leaving? How are you really showing up? Yeah. And I know, I mean, me and Mama had our time younger where we didn't see eye to eye, yes, but yet we had a communication. And I want to just encourage everyone to, if you're not talking to your mama, if things are going on, just be the adult, be that, and step into, call your mama, just call them, and just whatever happens, because I can't call Mama, you know, I can't call her right now and say, Mama, I'm so excited this happened. That's the biggest one, right, Tamara, to everybody, isn't it? That when something happens, she's the first one I'm going, oh, Mama's going to be so proud of me. Mm-hmm. Yeah. But just remember, you have all of us too, listeners. You have us that you can. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Well said. Beautiful. Thank you so much. Glenda, what, you know, I know this has got to be like, you're all, because you have your own kids, you have your grandkids, and then you have your brothers too. What are you thinking?
Well, you know, for me is also, you know, when my parents died, they both died different times in life. But for me, I had both of my parents' dying bed I said to them, because I knew my brothers were always the biggest worry for them of who was going to look after them when nobody else was around. And I always knew that I was always going to be there. I always knew I was going to be the one. I don't know why, even as a child. And I made sure that, when my dad passed, I said, "Don't worry, Dad, I promise you I will always be there and look after the boys." And even when my mother was in her final stage and she was fighting so hard and she was so exhausted, and I said, "Mom, I promise you with all my heart, I will be there for the boys. I will never let them be alone. I will never let the family, they will always know from family." And, for 35 years, I was just there even last night with my brothers. They always know that we're always here. So it's really important thing that we all learn that nobody should ever be alone. It's a very hard life. So if you have a mother and which is just what was said, don't let arguments stand in your way. Reach out and just let them go. Life is just so short. Just, just come up with a whole heart, because nobody really means things, So just be the person that sets it straight. I know my dad was always the one to make sure that everything was settled with everybody. But it's really important that we all make sure that, your children, and no matter what, we're all human, we all make mistakes, but love is to stand forward and keep moving.
Beautiful. Gloria, what would you like to share right now? I know that you've got so much, we were talking earlier, and the fact that your kids are all over the place, and your daughter-in-law is graduating from college today, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I did get to talk to them as they were driving in the car to get to the commencement ceremony. So that was
Well,
nice.
congratulations to her. Good
Yes,
job.
Alexis,
Job well done.
Good job. But what I just want to share, because I know we're getting close to the end here, was that once upon a time I wrote a letter after my mom had passed about just complaining everything that she'd ever done wrong, all the stuff, just to get it out of my system. But what inspired me today is that I want to write a letter about thanking her for all of the other things that she gave me, all of the different things, qualities, and appreciation of the arts, everything, and to be able to have that in writing, and to maybe even leave it for my kids so they can say, "This is what your grandmother did for me."
I love it. What a great idea.
Mm.
One word. I want you to go around. One word that you'd like to share with everybody right now. Barbara, what's your one word?
Oh, I'm sorry. Love.
Glenda?
Forgiveness.
Angel?
Inspiration.
Gloria?
Gratitude.
And mine is fabulous. You are all fabulous. And we are so glad that you join us. Happy Mother's Day to all of you that are out there celebrating. Happy Mother's Day to those that have gained their wings, and happy Mother's Day for those that have helped others to gain their wings to fly. Whoever you may be, a mentor, a father, a family member, a friend, you all matter. Next week on Sunday, it's all about animals, for the love of animals. And Gloria Grace Rand is going to be our host, our fabulous host. And we are ready to go for next week too. And it is going to be a fabulous show. But go out there. And I love that idea of writing the letter. I'm going to encourage all of you today, take a few moments, write down a few notes, get your journals out, write a letter, old-fashioned or type it out, whatever it may be. You can even do it on your phone and leave a voice clip. In the meantime, we are glad that you've all been with us, and we hope that you remember that you are fabulous. With that, make it a great day.